January 4th on that. So it has the ability to show you that that's last month's purchase order. So I think I just realized I was muted that whole time. So that was kind of funny. But anyway, we'll keep talking here. So so anyway, the idea here is that we have to close this purchase order before we can create a new purchase order. You should be able to quickly say, well, wait, this looks like last month's stuff, and that's fine. I don't know why these unit price and price are on here. That's not reflective of actually what we'll pay. I think that's a ballpark or a list price or whatever. I don't know how that works, but not really concerned about that. Obviously, the idea here is that it's grouped by kid and which awards they get. Christy tells me that the SKU number is how they can find that at the Scout store, because these names aren't necessarily exactly matched. So
but the number is
the
correct.
number is correct, but the actual name may not be correct. So Rolling Tigers Adventure, they may, it may just say Rolling or something weird. You're like, well, what's whatever that is. So she said that there were some. You said there were some items or a lot of items that were. They're all abbreviated.
And
okay.
Because so many of the awards have similar names, I want to check the SKU against.
Gotcha. Yeah. So there are some that are really close to each other. That were a little confusing, build my own hero, build a better world, so you can
nice.
get, here, duty to God and you, duty to God in an action, so there's very subtle differences in them, so, yeah, so if you keep going, that's all of them, that's 86 different items, 140 bucks worth of stuff. Speaking of money, we've been, the treasurer typically has been putting like $100 a month over there as just keep feeding the bear. To have money in that Scout account. I don't know how many hundreds of bucks are there. I think you said something like 300 bucks was over there before, 400 bucks. So yeah, so we're burning through 100, 200 bucks a month. If you're low on Scout accounts, what we've been doing is kind of just paying yourself, and then we immediately get a check at the PAC meeting. Nobody really questions. It's not a big deal. But we try to stay ahead of it, obviously, so nobody's doing a personal check and all that weirdness of handling mess with that. So, okay, so there's that. So I'm just going to close this purchase order because we've already done all of that. So it's a little, kind of a bookkeeping type of thing. So once that's done, there we go. So it hops me back automatically to the needs purchasing items. So we're still on that list. So if I go back a page where I just was, or
just realized I don't think my son has any. I don't think we put any.
Oh yeah, okay.
Times. Okay.
So we're gonna have. So again, I'll go back to under reports, and now I should be able to see needs purchasing, and I should be able to see what's already in here. So I've already got a list of 42 items to go because those are the ones pre-approved. Okay, great. But if I go back one here, I should be able to now go, and that's. Oops. Yeah, the behavior of back and these arrows isn't exactly what you expect all the time. So you tend to hop back to the home page a lot. So, all right, so I'm going to go in here to needs approval, kind of start the process from the beginning now that we've kind of talked through it. Needs approval, needs purchase, needs award, concept. So once we do the needs approval, I'm just, you give it a quick glance, looks great. Great, I'm going to approve all of those. Super. So that's not a lot. Usually we've been sending out emails to say, hey, you need to get your stuff in on time. It's totally up to you on how much lead time you think you need.
You wanted it on the Friday before.
I was just going to say.
Friday before PAC.
You want it on Friday before PAC. With the other system, we were getting a little better with it on Sundays, but it's up to you. If you need more time, tell everybody it's due a week ahead, whatever. Not a big deal. So.
And how do I do that? In an email?
Yeah, you can do that in an email from here, actually.
Oh, okay.
If you can go home and you can actually go into, oh, geez, let me think. Is it a form? I forget how they do this. Let me think, because I think the idea here was that we, did, oh my gosh, how did she send those out? Was it news? Was it? Oh, it's under my data. Yeah, everything's under. Yeah, this is like everything wide. Like not just Scout. It's not just our PAC. It's like all Scoutbook people. See, there's 41,000 posts in these forums. So it's basically other PACs helping each other. But as soon as you go into your dashboard, then you're going to get to your organization stuff. So here's your unit here, and then obviously if you're associated with a den, You'll have that, and then your kid will be here, kind of a deal. And then here's messages down here. So here you can send messages on events or reports. You can click on any of that. That's the message here, and this works just like we're probably just going to start using this exclusively. So anybody who's in here will get a notification here like that. So here I got select pack. It looks like I could do select all leaders, select all parents, and then if there's echo scouts, and then you scroll all the way down, you should be able to email there, even attach. Oh, good. You can attach files. We couldn't even do that with MailChimp before, so you do attach something and stuff it in there. Great. So that's how you would send a notification. Hey, get your awards in, whatever you need to do. Does that make sense there? Or am I going too fast?
It makes sense,
Okay.
but will I retain it?
Right.
That's the question.
Well, the recording hopefully will help.
Hopefully,
as well,
yes.
Yeah.
That.
So I'll shove it up on YouTube. We'll have it there as well. So yeah, communicating out, and Janelle or other people will help you with the communication part if you get stuck on those things.
She really is a blessing to me. She knows it all.
Yeah, she is. When she leaves the pack, that will be.
She may
hard.
leave the pack, but she won't leave me. She'll still come, and help me. Oh, she's so cool.
So we're back into the reports here. So we got needs approval. So we've approved everything out, but see, it still says 302, which is that's the bug. Anyway, so we're going to needs purchase, right? And so we're going to basically say, okay, we're going to grab all these items and put it in our purchase order. Now, when you purchase things, it's going to do two different things. One, you need to sort it. You need to have everything by rank and by award, pin, belt loop, whatever. You need it alphabetically by those, and then you need it the other way because you need it by scout, because you need to know what to give to each scout, right? So finding it this way would be a total pain in the butt.
Oh, they're all listed.
Exactly.
Oh.
Right. So what? Oh, wait a minute. We've got an interesting problem here that I need to address for a second.
Since you're in there.
We need to purchase. In there, we can dig these. Like I said, we can select all, and that's going to check everything. Great.
Mm-hmm.
And here you're going to say create purchase order. So 64 things. This may take a while. Again, they've gotten better with it, but a lot of packs are climbing into Scoutbook now, and they've been officially adopted by the Boy Scouts of America. And I don't think the software is keeping up with that demand, like the servers or something. So sometimes I've been in here and I'm like, come on, it's taking. So I just walked away and then done it late. So here you go. So here's our purchase order for February, the February 2nd pack meeting, and there's our list of items. So we've got 64 items to buy. So they're kind of nice with that type of information. So I'm going to dump this out to a PDF just to keep things simple. Once that pushes out. So, okay. So there's that.
You just need to print that.
Exactly. So notice there's not really much of a rhyme or reason to this for some reason. I think they're ordered by SKU number, which no, it doesn't. Yeah. So that's useless. I have no idea how this is sorted. That makes no sense to me, which is kind of frustrating. So, but this is obviously what you would use to do your picking. So you're going to go through and print this off, mark it off. So when you're walking out of there, you should have 10 of these, one of those, 7 of those.
This is the easy part. Once I get to this,
Yep.
Once I get that printed out, I can shop and sort with the kings, but getting it there,
getting here,
getting to this point is
exactly
the struggle.
So here's the what we're not going to give out tomorrow is these Bobcat rank emblems. We're going to give those out at the Blue and Gold.
Okay.
Normally, yes, we're going to give those out, but the rank emblems are a special case. You'll still get the patches and everything,
yes.
But you have to.
You're just not going to give them out.
Exactly. So I'm going to save this. You have to save. It shows you a PDF, but it doesn't save the PDF. So you have to do this to actually pull it off. So I'm just going to save that until I have it locally here for a moment. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, so basically you can use that, print it off, do whatever you need to do. That's your deal for getting them that way. But again, no rhyme or reason on how these are
You're gonna go
sorted.
ahead and print that off since you need that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, because it's already there.
Good point. So, like we said, we were talking earlier, technically you should be able to send these over to the Scout shop and they should pull them for you, but
Really?
they want at least 2 weeks notice.
Oh.
And they're not going to, it's, and every time we've gone in, it's been
I think it's more fun to go do it.
questionable
And
anyway.
I do have
so.
time, so.
Gotcha. So yeah, so
Whatever.
So Bobcat rank emblem, sorry, I'm printing that out, so we're going to handle that way. Great. So let me close that up. Okay, so here's, again, it doesn't even say how it's sorted. You just kind of look at it and you're like, okay, great. I can't sort by any of these columns, which is terrible. Okay, so here I can organize by den. I check that box. I'm going to save and update. What's that going to do? Let's see what's going to help me out doing. Great. So here's the tigers by den. I'm going to print this one off as well.
Aww.
Christy, you're asking if it did it by den. It does do it by den.
It does do it by den.
So, okay. So we can actually, so that obviously the idea here is that you can have each, we'll need it, this is not as useful as the other way. So let me close that. I'm going to leave this den concept on here, but I'm going to do a group by Scout.
Oh.
And I'm going to save and update. And so what this is going to do is take it the other way. It's going to show me, like for Ronnie Hudson, it's going to show me everything. There you go. So this is by den, by kid.
Ooh,
okay, so here,
nice.
Exactly. So here we see Gavin's got these 4 items. Isaac's got these. So this is not the pick list. This is you're going to print this out, cut this up, and actually put it in the baggies with the actual awards. And so, and if you do it right or whatever, you could write Tiger on the bag or something and hand those all to the Tiger den leader, and they can hand them out if they want. I've just been doing it because it's fast and I got a loud voice.
Yeah, right.
It just goes. So I just hand them there. So anyway, I want to print this one out as well because this is definitely going to be a useful report as well. If it gets crowded in here, you can take away the price. Actually, I'm going to go back and take that price stuff because that makes no sense. We don't need it. So let me get rid of prices and save and update. And this is going to allow, now you can just cut it. Yeah, there you go. So now you can print this and cut it up so you don't have to mess with the kids' stuff. So.
Does the pack have a surplus of little baggies, or do we just get those?
We had some. I don't think we've seen any for a while. Okay. We have
a snack bag, right?
Yeah, we usually have little tiny little snack bags. It seems just a couple times you need the sandwich bags. Some kids have a lot of junk, or there's a card that goes in it or whatever. Yeah, and it also doesn't group it nicely like around a page break. You got lucky here on this one, but sometimes like half the kids on one page, half the kids on another. So
that's okay.
Not a big deal. Yeah, here you go. There you go. Fill up Fritchie's on both pages there. But it's nice because it puts that number, so you know how many he's getting. 5, 2, 1, 1. Everybody kind of sees what's going on here. So.
He'll have some blue and gold, maybe.
No, we're only doing the actual badges.
We're just really gonna have to work on that for March.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Hey, the more you look at it, you're like, well, geez, we're doing this all the time.
We do this stuff all the time. We just never put it in there.
Yep.
Because we're got his book and he's keeping track of them. Like we still have to put them in there.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right, I got to get on his Aquila for that. Hey, Aquila. It just seems like this should be so simple, but I'm going to be sitting here going,
Right. Okay, so there's that. So basically that was the 2 ways you need the report. You need it by SKU, so you can find them at the store. You're going to walk out of there with 70, whatever it is, items, and then here, or 64 items, and then here you're printing it off this other way so you can actually cut it up, stuff it in the bag. So.
And we need these for most of them for tomorrow.
I need all of these for tomorrow except for the badges. Now, here's where the badges become important. Okay. There's an actual advancement report that needs to be printed off for the rank. Okay, so every time there's a rank, Bobcat, Wolf, Bear, Pueblo, Arrow of Light, we need this information sent in with this form. And handed to them because they send this up to nationals and it's recorded literally in their permanent record. So
is that monthly?
That is every time you do awards. So if we give away Wolf and Bears next week, and they've also done it here with there's new things now that I don't even know what the heck's going on, But here's snow ski and board sports. I have no idea why they need to know this, but the whole idea is that everything is going into everybody's permanent records now. I don't know why they've selectively pulled in these weird things, but obviously we need to know, if you're a Bobcat.
So it just does this.
It just does
when
this
it
now.
Sees the award won,
exactly.
It does it.
Exactly. And before we had to figure this out.
Oh.
And we're like,
well,
pull it all out and hand it in, fill it in my hand, blah, blah,
handy
blah.
dandy.
Yep. So this is kind of nice because it puts my name on here. It puts this. Well, that's not even right.
That'll be the last time.
We got our renewal, so.
Hey, Steve,
Yeah.
one thing, we will be able to get advancements tomorrow, right? They're already in there.
You can get the awards, yeah, but we're gonna hand them out
If
for
I'm gonna
gold.
be there, I might as well show her what to get.
Exactly. There's
So that they're
Bobcats.
ready to go for
Yeah.
the blue and gold.
Tomorrow you're gonna need to get Bobcats and you're gonna need to get the Arrow of Lights. So I have to do the Arrow of Lights different than this, just in this one time. But ever passes, it's just this form.
What have I gotten myself into?
It's a little much the first time. Trust me, it took us 2 times before we're like, what in the world?
I mean, it's much easier than the others.
Yes,
Okay.
the older.
It looks like it is. It looks like it's user friendly
It's
for
pretty
the
good.
layman, kind of.
So I'm going to print this one off too. And again, this is one you literally just, I have to sign, or a leader has to, basically the leader has to sign that thing. So that's something that I was just putting my electronic signature in there. Obviously, since we were right here, it made it easy. So you'll have to talk to Rob Dixon. I don't know if you can sign this. I don't know how that works, but
It
we don't
won't be
need.
too difficult
Yeah,
to get it to him.
you don't have to think about a lot of the stuff. This border review stuff, that's for the troop stuff. So it's for packs. That's not as important.
So who gets this?
Yeah, you take this with you
And give it
to the Scout store people.
Oh, Scout
Right.
store.
Yeah,
okay.
so they won't give you the Bobcat badges unless you have them.
Okay.
So we've
I'm
had
with you
problems.
now. I thought I had to.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I'm all right.
No, you're exactly right. It's the problem there is you're like,
You're
you're like, oh, I need a bunch of Bobcat awards. And they're going to go, no, we don't give you Bobcats until you give us this. And so obviously with the new system, boom, it's just all in there. So we're going to have to do one of these by hand here in a minute. Okay, well, here's this snow and ski board sport, whatever the world that is.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know why, it wraps and it's not a big enough line, so you got 32 and it's a good time. So we've got, all right, so that's all in there now. So we've got the advancement report, which kind of ties to what you're looking at here, and that's it. So you've got that. So that's pretty much everything you need to know on the advancement reports and what you need
To get awards.
paper-wise to actually get her rocking and rolling here. So again, that form is one you'll just take, and I'm going to sign that one here.
Yep.
I'm supposed to sign here, and then date it here, and that's it. So, and then nothing else needs to be done. Yeah, everything's cool. So, okay, now here's another annoyance on these reports. This is a 3-page report. Let's see, it fell off my printer separately. There we go. There's page 1, page 2, page 3, not numbered, no order. It drives you kind of crazy. So you have that one, and then you have this is your pick list.
Pick list.
And this is the cut up list, whatever.
Understood.
So then here's 1. So annoying. 3 is 3, 2 is 3. I guess that's too complicated for the computer people. So okay, so you got that, and you got. Okay. Okay. So that's that for the awards. So again, when you come into this next month,
I'll probably be at your door knocking. Please show me one more time.
now here's
I'll try not.
here's a print button. Oh yeah, we're save and update. So yeah, so basically that's the idea here is that you've got now the ScoutNet file. I've never done anything with, so I don't know. It says import your persons directly into the BSA national database, which we have to do apparently at the end of the year. But I don't know. that's all new to me, so I don't know what's going on. I won't know. So, but that's it. Okay, so to review real quick, we're going to have my dashboard, and then because that's
so when I log in, I should be able to go to my dashboard and all that will pop up.
correct.
Okay.
Yes, if you don't see
in.
that, right. And again, see that's you can tell people are starting to get on it.
It's getting slower.
It's getting slower. Okay, scroll to the bottom.
Okay.
The reports. And then you have your process of needs approval, needs purchase, needs awarding. So here we've got needs purchasing, which is what we just did.
Mm-hmm.
It should have nothing in the list that needs to be checked off because nobody's added anything
that you know of. Now you go in there.
Exactly. So there you go. So there's nothing, nothing new needs to be added. So the idea here is that if you did this last week and you're like, oh, there's not enough stuff in here, you're like emailing people like, hey, get your stuff in there. You've forgotten to do your stuff. Oh, let me see if I get stuff in there. Okay, keep adding to the PO, keep adding until it's ready, and then once you have that open PO, then that's your shopping list, right?
Like I'll start doing this week when I put the boy in there
Exactly.
because I'm like the boy.
It looks like this time it looks like while I'm so logged in, it's remembered how I had it set. So we've got it by pack and then by kid, and then the other way around is you ungroup it. Now you're doing by you can do by item type or you can do by no grouping. And then it's going to show you the other way where it was just your pick list that you had. So the advancement report is required when you have badge advancement or obviously these other
that
weird
is
things.
usually a pack meeting.
All of this is pack meeting.
All pack.
Yeah, everything. All of this needs to be done before every pack meeting. Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, all this is done.
So, and knowing myself, do you think it would be strange if it had it do like the Wednesday before?
Not at all.
Okay, because that seems like an ample amount of time, and they can get things done on Friday and sorted and have it all done by Tuesday.
Exactly. If you want to do that way, you just say, hey,
this is the way it is.
Tuesday, this is the way it is. If you don't like it, come and volunteer.
That's right.
Yourself.
You're welcome to take it.
Exactly. People are like, oh, well, I didn't remember. Well, you'll get it next month.
That's
so
right.
That's
right.
So.
I understand.
So they'll get used to it pretty quick.
Exactly.
Okay, so I didn't even go into my unit here, the Pack 60 stuff, which is a whole different tangible, but that's just
right?
You don't need that part.
Good.
The messages, you can go down there and send a message out if you need to. We are going to start using this to have events, but we just kind of as a calendar, because notice we have Pack meeting, parliamentary committee meeting in here. But here's all the people that are here. You can send message to everybody as well this way. It's a little easier. Pack awards. If you come in here and you're like, what is this? Click on it. You're like, oh, feature coming soon.
Okay,
it's for the pack as a whole, which I don't.
They do that?
Exactly. We're like, what? So we don't do that. So pack roster is this is literally if you need an individual parent, you're like, that doesn't look right. You need to find somebody's email or something. You can dig them up through here. We're like, oh, Ronnie Hudson stuff. What's his mom? You can find the kid. You can click on them. You can get the parent information to email them, whatever, if you get confused. So, so each person, if you need those people, and then you can see their badges and all their junk, but again, not important at this point. The back one, which is probably going to put me all the way back to the home page.
Do we have any Eagle Scout leaders? Are any of them Eagle Scouts? Rob isn't he the new?
I believe Rob is. I am.
I didn't know if I thought you were, but I wasn't positive.
I am. Rob is, and Felix is not. Is he?
What do they call it? ASM?
Assistant Scoutmaster?
I guess.
I don't know if he's a Eagle. Rob is. I am, and that's
for sure.
That's all I know for sure. Yeah. That's.
Well, still, that's cool. I was just curious.
Gotcha. So, okay. So that's kind of where. That's the awards.
Well, I will.
Questions on that?
No.
Before I stop recording?
Bamboozled? Nope. And I will